Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku and Forex Trading TV daily FX market review for the trading day ending Tuesday, May 13th. Well, firstly, Euro US dollar, and here we've seen a strong sell-off today, a continuation of the trend to the downside. For the previous day's trading, we had a small white body at the end of this downtrend. Possibility of a change of trend, but we haven't seen that occur. Sellers came back into the market very, very strongly. Bearish breakout down below the Ichimoku cloud, giving us an Ichimoku sell signal. But what we'd like to see is some follow through, and that means some bearish activity down below the low and continuation of the trend to the downside. That, if that occurs, would perhaps bring the 136.45 level of support into play. We have another swing low down here around the 137.31 level. That is a possible area of support if the trend does continue to the downside. Any rally may be halted at the 137.11 area of previous support and resistance, and also just above there at the cloud at 137.21. Next to the US dollar, Japanese yen, and following this strong bullish candle that tested to the Tenkan-sen and found resistance around there, we have an indecisive spinning top candle at the end of this uptrend, and it does suggest a possibility of a change of trend to the downside. And at the moment, as we see this current candle developing, we are seeing a black body, but we are seeing the 102.19 level act as important support at the moment, as is the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen around this area. So a lot of indecisive trading. If we see a bearish breakout down below this indecisive spinning top candle, we could quickly see the market testing down to 101.65. Next to the US dollar Swiss franc, and here we've seen a bullish breakout up above the Ichimoku cloud and above the 88.88 area that has been previous important resistance. That is an Ichimoku buy signal, but as we've seen a lot of false breakouts in the recent past, and we are breaking out through a flat part of the cloud, we want confirmation of that. We can often see false breakouts from the flat part of the Ichimoku cloud, and at the moment, as this candle is developing, we're not seeing any good development to the upside. We are seeing some indecisive trading, but if we do see follow through with a bullish candle up above the highs here, we could quickly see this market testing up to the resistance around the 89.35 level. Any sell-off should see strong support coming in now around the 88.88 level, which coincides with the top of the cloud. Next to the Aussie dollar, US dollar, and here we see continued indecisive trading for the second consecutive trading day, an indecisive doji candle. We do have a downtrend in play. We have made a lower high and a lower low, but on such a weak candle it does suggest that there is a strong possibility of the market testing to higher levels, changing that trend in the first time frame. Any change of trend, however, may run into strong resistance around the 94 level, so not an exciting market to be trading at the moment. There is very strong support at the 93.30 level, and we also have the Kijun-sen trading around that area. But we do have a bullish market in all three timeframes, but the problem here is that it's not confirmed by the Chica span, which is within the price action. So it's suggesting some indecision in this market at the moment. This market is congesting between these two levels, the 94 level and the 93.30 level. We are looking for resolution. Now, in line with the market being bullish in that longer term time frame by trading above the cloud, it is more likely that the breakout could be to the upside, but we want confirmation of that, and I'd like to see a bullish breakout above 94, and then certainly bullish activity up above 94.20, and if we see that eventually, we could see the market trading to higher levels. Next to the Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, and continuation of the trend to the upside, but on an indecisive spinning top type candle, interacting with the 95.67 level of support, and it does suggest a possibility of a change of trend to the downside. There is a good base below here where the market's trading if the trend does change back to the downside, with the Kijun-sen trading at 95.24 and then the Tenkan-sen down at 95.07. So some solid support coming in if the market does trade down there. But we do have a bullish market in all three time frames, and it suggests that any pullback may be temporary. We could see the buyers come back into the market, but if you look at the price activity up above 95.67, it has been rather indecisive when we've been trading up there, and then the market has been selling off on about 3 or 4 occasions. So some important trading activity coming up. We would like to see the buyers build some solid momentum above this 95.67 level to give us a bit more confidence in the market trading to higher levels. Looking at the Euro Canadian dollar, and here we see strong bearish activity down below the Ichimoku cloud. We had the bearish breakout, the rally towards the cloud, finding resistance around there on these indecisive candles. The sellers coming back in with the market trading down below the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, bearish in all three time frames, and supported by the Chiká span now. The 148.80 level is very, very important. If we see bearish activity down below there, we could quickly see the market testing down to 147.12. Any rally in this market, and there is a possibility of that because of this indecisive spinning top type candle that we've seen for today's trading, may be halted by the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen trading at 150.103 and 150.80, so some very strong resistance around that area. But with this candle, even though it is an indecisive spinning top type candle, the sellers have taken back control of the market only marginally, but it does suggest that momentum may be beginning to shift back to the sellers. But it is very important, if that trend does continue to the downside, it is very important to watch how the market reacts to the 148.80 level. Next to the Euro Japanese yen, and here we see the market flirting with the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud. We saw the market test below there, but the buyers coming in very strongly, and for today's trading, testing to there on an indecisive candle, a black body candle, where the sellers have closed with control. Now there is potential for the market to break out to the downside, but what we'd like to see is a strong bearish breakout and then some follow through after that. So we do have a lot of indecision in this market. But if we look at all this trading activity, most of the activity has been above the Ichimoku cloud with the very weak follow through, and we are looking for decisive price action. We do have a bearish market in the medium and fast term time frames, but neutral in that bigger picture time frame. But bearish activity down below the Ichimoku cloud and follow through could see the market trading to lower levels. There is potentially strong support around 139, and if the market can trade down through there, we could see this market trading down to around the swing low at 136.5 roughly. Next to the Euro Aussie dollar, and just looking at some of these chart patterns that we've had here, and we had this congestion area as the market rallied up. It was a reversal pattern. It was an ascending triangle, which is unusual, but here we saw the influence of the market trading below the Ichimoku cloud and the sellers coming in with this breakout down below. That breakout has met its target, and we are now seeing strong bearish activity with this black body candle here that has finalized trading, and the sellers in control of this market. We have a bearish market in all three time frames, trading down below each of the Ichimoku indicators, confirmed by the Chiká span now trading down below the corresponding price action, and this is suggesting that there is a very real possibility of the Euro Aussie trading down to 145.58. We could see some strong support coming in there. If we see a bearish breakout down below there, the next area of support is at 143.40, but a lot of weakness in this market at the moment.